Hey, this is Alan from Alan's Firearms at gunneria.com. How you doing today? And today what we're going to talk to you about is what I think is one of the coolest little firearms around. It's a takeoff on the Walther PPK, which everybody knows is one of James Bond's guns. It's used in a lot of movies. It's called the Walther PPK or the Walther PPK-S, but that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a gun that is a takeoff on it. One of the best made ones for the money I've ever seen. And it's a light gun. It's about half the weight of the Walther. I'm going to show you the Bersa 380 Thunder. They also go by the name Firestorm. The Bersa Firestorm 380. I'll tell you the differences in a second, but let's take a look at one of these guns. This happens to be the Firestorm, and I'm going to go over its features with you. Okay, here's the Firestorm. Like I said, it looks very much like a Walther PPK. Now, what makes this gun different than the Bersa Thunder? Well, basically the Bersa Thunder, the front of the trigger guard is squarer. It has like almost a place where you can put your finger. This one is more smooth, so it's a little bit more streamlined. Also, whereas the Thunder has flat panel grips and is more a little harder, this has a nice contoured, let me see if you can get a little bit closer up at that, a nice contoured finger groove grip, so your fingers fit right in there. They both do have the pinky extension, so it has a nice feel and a nice fit for this gun. Now, let's take a look at this gun. First, we're going to practice gun safety. We're going to take out the magazine. We're going to rack the slide 3 times and look in it, make sure it's empty. It is. I'm going to field strip this, but before I field strip it, let me show you some of the unique features on it. Now, you saw I took out the magazine and you could see the hammer's cocked. Will not fire. The gun will not fire. It's one of the safety features if someone pulled the magazine out. So if someone got a hold of this gun who doesn't know anything about guns, takes out the magazine and points it and shoots it, you thinking it's empty, you're safe. Now, let's take a look at one of the feature. If you look real close, right there, I don't know if the light can show it up, there's a little hole. That little hole is actually a keyhole. And once you lock this gun with your little key, you can't pull the slide, you can't cock the hammer, and you cannot pull the trigger, which gives you a 3-way safety. If someone drilled out that lock, the gun would basically be useless. It would destroy the firing mechanism. So that's a great gun to have for concealed carry, because if you have to leave it in the car for some reason, lock it in the glove compartment, you can actually lock the gun, because they can very easily pop that glove compartment open just as easily as they broke the window and run away with your gun. Well, they have a paperweight. That's all they have. Great idea. Let's get on to field stripping the Bersa Thunder or the Bersa Firestorm 380. Okay, so here we have the Firestorm 380. I have the magazine out, and here's the gun itself. Now, this has a unique way of coming apart. Unlike the Walther, where you pull the front down, this has this little lever right here by my finger. I'm going to see if I can give you a close-up of it. Right there. Okay? So you're going to you hold the gun, and before you do anything else, let's make sure it's empty. Yes, it is. We're going to push that button forward with my finger. See that? I pull this all the way back and lift it up. I'm going to do that again so you can get a better view. Back, up, and then let it go forward. This is one of the reasons why this is such an accurate gun for its size. That's the slide, that's the spring, and that's it. The barrel is attached to the frame. It's called a fixed barrel. That's what makes this so accurate. When this is in your hand, it is literally an extension of your hand. So you can see that, how well that works out for you. Okay? That's what makes the Walthers and guns that are under the same dynamic shoot well. Okay, so that's how to take it apart. Now, this is a brand new gun. It's got all sorts of grease and cosmoline on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a cleaning with, you know what, my favorite, strike hold. I put a little on that rag and wipe down the whole outside, every metal part. This is just to get the basics. I'm going to come up and do the back strap and the front strap. I'm going to come underneath here so I can clean the bottom of the barrel off, and I'm going to push it down to get inside underneath in there. That gets that. Now what I need to do is take a couple of small pieces of gun cleaning cloth so I can get into, I want to make sure I get the ramp. Remember, I always told you, make sure you always get that ramp clean and lubricated. Press that through. I'm going to do it again with another cloth, make it double the size so it gives it a little more strength going through. There we go. Wipe this down one more time, get the hammer, get the slide rails that the slide travels on, all the hardware, the trigger, inside the trigger. Okay, trigger guard. Okay, so now I've got this gun all done up, and I'm going to let this sit for a minute, and then I'll wipe off the XX strike hold, but it gives it a chance to seep down into the pores. This has a very big spring. It's not a strong spring, but it's a big one, and the reason is because it has to fit over the barrel. So I'm just going to go over the spring, just going to squeeze it like this, and let the spring do the work. I'll just turn the spring right through all of this fabric and let it Okay, now I'm going to take the magazine, which is all full of cosmoline. If you don't know what cosmoline is, it's a heavy oil or grease that they put on the guns when they're in the factory. It keeps them from rusting, so this way if it's being sent overseas like these come from, the salt air can't damage them while they're sitting in the container or on the container ship. It also protects it while it's in the store on the shelves. They don't know where it's being sold. I live in Florida. Down here we have a lot of salty air and a lot of high humidity. You can see what I'm doing. I don't have to, it's self-explanatory. Just coating the whole inside with it, getting all the flat parts I can get. The parts I can't get, I'm just squirt some of this in there. Let this run around in that a bit. Okay. Okay. So now I'm just going to dry this off with this little paper towel, making sure wipe this down again later, since I'm being quick and just demonstrating, but this is basically what you need to do. Okay, there it's field stripped, there it's cleaned. That simple. A great simple gun. Now how to put it back together again. Same way we took it apart. Spring goes right on the barrel. The gun, watch that, you see that? I just put this over the spring so it goes right into there. And I pull this back, well I gotta switch hands because this is for right-handed. Drop it down and do that. Let me show you that again because I just encountered an issue that you may come on with. When I was cleaning the gun, this switch went back up. That's that little switch over here. It went up. You have to have it in a down position, otherwise you'll never get the firearm back together again. You'll be doing this all day. So here we go. In, down, lock it. That simple, that nice. Magazine goes back in. This gun is ready to go on display to be sold. I don't have to worry about fingerprints. The Bersa Thunder or the Bersa Firestorm 380. So that's it. The Bersa Firestorm 380. A great little concealed carry gun. Nice fit in your hand. Beautiful shooting. accurate for its size, a big bang for the buck. And I'm glad you stopped by to find out about the Bersa Thunder 380, Firestorm 380. Alan from Alan's Firearms saying thanks to Gunneria and bye-bye for now.